Morning, family. We up here early this morning, setting everything up. Danielle was phenomenal last night. She stayed up until at least 4 in the morning, putting her Danielle touches on this party. I'm up early this morning here to get all of the last of the things and make his day really special. Whose day is it? It's Jaiden's graduation party. Come on a journey with us. Which one should I wear? Black fathers, black king. Black fathers, black king. No. Fathers, black king. Decided to go with the black king, the most powerful piece in the puzzle. It has been a pretty crazy and wonderful journey with Jaiden growing up. For those who may not know a little bit about him, this kid is a fantastic kid, really calm, really peaceful. But that early first 3 months was a little rough on us. Danielle and I were very young. We had Jaiden maybe age 23-ish. So we were still trying to learn our relationship. During the delivery, Danielle is pushing and I'm asking the doctors way too many questions, and Danielle didn't feel like I was giving her enough emotional support. And she's not wrong. She had her mama holding her hand. So while mom's holding hand, I'm down there talking to the doctor. Hey doctor, what's this? What's that? Why does it do? Why are you doing this? Talk to me about this. So the doctor was really excited because that gave that doctor, OBGYN, a chance to push. We had some lady OBGYN, and for whatever reason during that time she was not available, so we actually had a black doctor come in, a male doctor, and he really helped us through. I remember the nurse, her name was Mrs. Nadine. I'll never forget her because she saw that we were nervous and scared, and she was like a Southern belle. She's like, honey child, just take your time, I got you. And so I remember her talking to us and calming us down after the water broke, after all those other things. The complications during delivery, I don't know what happened, but I just remember at one time, the doctor, the nurse, she called in other nurses and she had Danielle put on an oxygen mask. So Danielle's crying, I'm crying, her blood pressure dropped. The baby's blood pressure dropped. Everybody got nervous. And 1 minute it was just Danielle, myself, and Nurse Nadine. Next minute it was 9 other nurses in there with Danielle and myself. And they had her rocking and swaying back and forth. We don't know what that was, but we just know that that was not a good feeling. Anyway, Jaiden pops out, boop. All is well. Danielle is getting attended to. And then I have the video somewhere, but I cannot find it because it is literally on like a VHS tape. It's on something really old, and it's somewhere in this house. Well, Jaiden's crying. Jaiden's going crazy, going ham, screaming, crying in trauma. And I look at him, and it's on camera, and I look at him and I say, hey buddy, like, it's your dad. Stop all that crying. And he stops, he pauses, and of course his eyes are glossy because, you know, the baby just popped out. And he stops, he pauses, and he looks towards my direction and just stops crying. And I'm like, yeah, it's dad. Dad's here. It's good, man. Hey, welcome to the family. We've been waiting for you. And he stops crying for almost a good minute and a half. And the nurses are poking and prodding on him and you know, doing all those things. And I thought that was a really cool moment. He had jaundice, and so we had him in the sun sauna type of a thing. He was getting a suntan, so we got to take that home with us. And so the first 3 to 4 days of being home with us in Midwest City, he was sleeping in a sun sauna. He was always sleeping anyway. So the funniest part about that was we could tell when he peed, because if you've never ever smelled fried piss, Fried piss is something else. I mean, it is absolutely terrible. The evolution of Jaiden goes through elementary. Of course, he's going to be smart because he has so many educators in the family. Of course, he's going to be amazing because his mom is silly and amazing. So the personality was going to develop. Like we already knew that. He's such a great big brother because baby sister, Cambria, when I tell you they're almost like twins, they know exactly what each other are going to say. Their inside jokes are phenomenal. I mean, just everything. Like, he's a dope kid, and I'm not just saying that because he's my kid. I mean, he would be dope even if he wasn't my kid. Now we're going to my favorite place. Where is my favorite store? Walmart. Finished up at Walmart. Got what we needed. I am 100% sure we will probably be going back to Walmart sometime over the next 3 hours to pick up something else that we didn't know that we needed until we got what we needed. When we asked Jaiden what would he like for graduation, we asked him, did he want to party? Did you just want to hang out with the homies? Like, what does a graduation party for Jaiden look like? And what he said I thought was really dope, but it's just the type of kid he is. He was like, you know, I just really want a family night. Now, for those of you all who do not know, the Daughtys, we have epic family nights. It started with Ken Daughtys Sr. when my brother and I were little. Ken Daughtys Sr., the Superman, he worked long hours. And mom, she was a principal. She worked long hours. Dad would be at all of our games, but you could tell that he would be dead tired by Friday. And so what he decided to do was he said, okay, well, let's start trying to have some family Friday nights. And so every Friday we would go to Blockbuster Video. Shout out to those who remember those days. And all of us would pick out one movie or a game. And Dad would take a nap during that Friday just to try his best to stay up to watch the movies with us. Family nights went from movie nights of us just hanging out at 14, 17, watching a movie. Pops would often still fall asleep. Sometimes Mom would also fall asleep, and Ken and I would stay up finishing watching whatever action movie or comedy we would watch. But I love the fact that they tried. And I love the fact that they saw how important it was. Over the years, family members would pass away, and then they would always say this at the funeral or at the repast or at the dinner. It's so good to see the family. I wish we didn't have to see the family under these circumstances. And so that put a light bulb in my brain. And I was like, I wonder what would happen if we could start family night again. And so after Thanksgiving and Christmas and, you know, like Mother's Day and things like that, after the major holidays, what's stopping us from having just that type of a family night? And so it's evolved and morphed from there. Our family nights are pretty epic. We'll clown. Of course we gonna eat. The Daughtys love to eat. We're gonna eat. And then, of course, we play games. Everything from Monopoly to Taboo to Ghetto Uno or House Rules Uno. That's the favorite right now. Categories is another one that we always love to play. And then we found one called You Don't Know Jack. And they call it Jackbox TV. And Jackbox TV is like a digital game, sort of, kind of like a Kahoot for those teachers. And you basically can just play online using your phone as your device. You can have as many players as you want. So I'm guessing today Jaiden is going to absolutely want to play some of those games. And so the tradition continues. It starts with Pop and Mama. And now that Pops is in heaven and transitioned on, we're going to continue that legacy.
2 hours later.